Hello, everyone. Hiya. It's been quite a long while since I've checked in. I think even my look is a little bit different now with the scraggly beard, and I've started shaving my head. So I think that gives an indication of how long it's been. But I thought, that it was about time I did a little video like this and just sort of let you know where I'm up to with things. And the answer is I'm in a relatively good place. I I feel like I'm kind of okay. There's lots of bits that I'd like to change about life and things. I think that's fairly standard now, isn't it, for most of us, especially with the lockdown and the pandemic and everything that's gone on. I certainly feel like I would be happier if things in my career were a little bit different and so on and so forth. But I'm generally feeling quite good about where I'm at and what I've got going on and things. I have over the last, I would say, week or so started to come off my antidepressants. And I'm not feeling, I'm feeling, I have a really weird sensation coming off them where I feel like, when you go into sleep and you feel like you just sort of drop. I feel like that, but it's happening just in my normal everyday things, and it's more pronounced when I'm tired, but it's just happening across the board. So that's a bit of a weird one, I'll be honest. But otherwise, I don't feel, certainly, I haven't really had any kind of a return of the suicidal thoughts or anything like that I went through, and I would just urge people that kind of feel a little bit lost as I did and felt suicidal and all of those, that I think just speak to somebody. You'll be amazed what a difference just talking to somebody will make. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to your friends and you don't feel comfortable talking to your family or even speaking to your GP or whatever, then try talking to just like Samaritans, for example. I think just it's it. I personally, and it's a personal thing, I personally felt like a release valve had been opened when I spoke to people about what I was feeling and thinking and going through. And so I would very much encourage you to do the same thing if you feel that you're in a similar kind of situation. In terms of my MS, I'm in much the same boat that I've always been. I'm still having, my vision is still not like the best it's ever been, but it's fine. My balance is rubbish, to be honest, but that's why I use a walking stick and things when I'm out and about. And I have not yet had COVID, and I'm obviously hoping that I'd never do. I'm double jabbed. I will not even entertain arguments with anti-vaxxers and things. As far as I'm concerned, you're idiots. So I just don't care what people have got to say, because the science is there, and it's actual science by actual scientists and not weird people on the internet. So if you have been umming and ahhing and everything else, just get jabbed. It's the way you're going to make yourself as safe as possible. By making yourself safe, you're going to make other people safe. And that's the best that you could possibly do. I'll give you an example of the sort of and it's the same with like masks and stuff, right? I still wear a mask everywhere I go. Some people aren't, but here's my thinking on it, right? Masks are to stop me from transmitting the virus if I have the virus. It's going to make very little difference, not none, but very little difference to stop me from getting it if somebody else has it, right? But if I've got it, it's going to make a big difference in me giving it to somebody else. So on Friday, I went into Liverpool. I had a drink in a pub, and I went for dinner with my wife. And I went to a couple of places where, whilst I was being sensible and I was wearing a mask where I was and I was doing all those sorts of things, I could have caught COVID on Friday, okay? Saturday, I went to watch the match. I went to Liverpool, went to Anfield to watch the Liverpool match. So I wore a mask throughout my whole time inside Anfield, right? Because I knew that if I'd have caught it on Friday, I was limiting the chance of me passing it on. Now, obviously, if I'd have tested positive, I wouldn't have gone. I did a lateral flow test, which are far from perfect, but they're better than nothing, So I'm doing it to just be better than nothing. I wouldn't have got, if I test positive, I wouldn't even leave my bedroom, basically. But I just thought the most sensible thing I can do here is to wear a mask throughout my time, and that'll be, the best way of kind of me limiting the chance of me passing it on to somebody else. I just don't understand why people would argue with that. And do you know what? If it's wrong, if masks are wrong and they don't work, what difference does it make? Because if they're right, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, that's kind of where I am in terms of all of that stuff. Hopefully I don't get COVID, because I don't know how my body is going to react to it if I do. And yeah, just in terms of everything else, I haven't had a particularly big relapse or anything. I haven't had anything happen to kind of make me feel like anything's gone on hugely, other than, as I say, just coming off the antidepressants and the weird kind of withdrawal symptoms I'm having from that and things. But it was the right thing to go on them when I went on them, and I feel like it's the right thing to come off them now. So yeah, that's where I'm at, basically. I hope everyone, watching this as well, and please, speak to people. Put. I always try to respond to the comments underneath my videos if I can. So, just put a little comment in there. If you just don't, you're not alone. I know it feels like you are sometimes, but you're really not. There are people out there. So talk to them if you can. And stay safe and well. Okay, bye.